Gobble, gobble, bitches!
Thanksgiving double tap, baby.
Yeah, even though it's Saturday morning, we're a couple days removed from Turkey Day, you know you had to deal with your idiotic liberal family members who are shaving their heads and threatening to never let you see their kids ever again because you voted for Trump. So you know what you do? You tell them, fuck you, I'm going to go home, drink a lot, and listen to Sports Frenzy on Saturday morning.
And watch football.
Your Saturday morning hangover cure is here on November the 30th, 2024. To my right, my best friend, my brother from another mother, the conquistador, Dave Height.
And the legendary, my brother from another mother, the maestro, Kevin Crane, leading us through this extravaganza.
Our job here every Saturday morning. We've done it for 3 or 4 years. We're going to keep doing it in perpetuity until one of us dies, most likely me. 97.9% chance it's going to be me, unless Dave gets attacked by an alligator or something, which, again, very rare chance of that happening.
Doing something stupid. But you know what to do. Coffee, eggs, bacon, sausage, aspirin. Settle in. We got this for you.
For the next hour plus, we will talk pop culture in only the way that your Uncle Dave and I can.
The most politically incorrect way possible.
But at the same time, we do honor and love rock and roll, great movies, great TV shows. Then, of course, at the end, we will backtrack and
delve into
the idiots, the worst of pop culture, as we decide who this week is the Red Foreman Dumbass of the Week. But first and foremost, Dave, what do we talk about?
It is all about the music. It is all about the rock and roll, baby.
So now, as we head into the holiday weeks and month,
as you're listening to this first thing Saturday morning, know that we're still snuggled in bed, having just come back hours before from the Jackal family reunion in Indy, our Thanksgiving Black Friday festival of goodness.
And we will give you a full review of that next week.
That's right.
So you will definitely want to listen to next weekend's weekend edition, but why wouldn't you want to listen to every weekend, every Saturday morning?
I will say one thing. I just hope we don't have Spanky's Playground again.
Now, we have been hit and miss here over the past 4 or 5 years because of COVID, because one year they switched the show from Black Friday to Thanksgiving. So we were hoping here to get back on track. Both of your boys now, for the first time together, get to experience Jackal.
They are so looking. Connor is so looking forward to seeing Jackal again. Nick is so excited to go for his first time.
Yes, we are still trying to keep the younger generation interested and excited about classic rock. So we start off, as we are in the holiday month, as I mentioned, Thanksgiving through Christmas and New Year's, not a lot of new music coming out. So Dave and I are going to piece together between concerts, compilations, reissues, whatever we can, and of course, our breakdown list coming some point, maybe late December, the top 5 songs, the top 5 albums, the top 5 concerts of 2024.
Yes, you know it's coming, kids.
We have U2 this week. How to reassemble an atomic bomb. Now, what they have done is they have reissued their classic album, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, in, of course, an elaborate, overly expensive, expanded set. But one of the interesting things about this is that they have a 10-song bonus CD featuring tunes that they did not put on the album, obviously did not make the cut, left, as they used to say, on the cutting room floor.
Yes. In the vault.
But
Or, as she would say, in the can.
she likes it in the can. But this is why Dave and I are always screaming and yelling about, whether it's Van Halen, Tom Petty, that estate does an unbelievable job of releasing everything that's in the archives.
Out.
Let us, the fans, judge it. Let us listen to it.
Oh my God, would Geddy Lee finally pull out all the old Rush stuff that's sitting there unreleased?
So YouTube, I think, in a very brilliant move, put together this 10-song addition to How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb on its anniversary. Then they tack on the 10 songs that make up How to Reassemble an Atomic Bomb. And I'll be honest with you, if I did not know that these songs were all discarded, and they just said, here you go, new U2 album, I'd be like,
Cool.
Yeah, not bad.
I like it.
Not bad.
I was very impressed with these 10.
I'm
not a huge U2 fan, but I enjoyed these songs.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Did you ever, now I moved away for a while. I moved away to Florida, so Dave and Mrs. C, his wife, got to go see a lot of concerts at
Not very many.
Notre Dame before they shut that all down. So did you guys ever get to see U2?
No.
Okay. I have a question for you before we get started. As you will never, ever, 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 ever forgive me for Dave Matthews Band.
Ever.
I understand that. But I'm just putting it out there. If you had to choose between these three bands or performers, which is the one you would want to go see? U2, Pearl Jam, Bruce Springsteen, and the E Street Band. Pick one. You have to go see one. You have to go see one.
Bruce.
Okay, you take Springsteen. I figured Pearl Jam wouldn't be.
Pearl Jam's out of the running.
Yeah.
Never been a fan.
You take Bruce
I
over
will go
U2.
see Bruce over U2.
Very interesting. Just figured I'd throw that out there. But now, coming back to How to Reassemble an Atomic Bomb, I was very impressed with the fact that these songs left, again, on the cutting room floor, were really good. Really good.
Yeah, they were. Seriously.
Now, at the end, it gets a little ridiculous with, you've got the instrumental theme from the Batman. Now, if you take it for what it is, if you take this as some kind of a cheesy, goofy, minute and a half, this is U2 playing around in the studio, putting together a TV theme song, it kind of reminded me of fine. Like Peter Gunn.
It had that vibe to it. Yeah. Just noodling around and
then the last song, of course, is an alternate version of a song from How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, but it's a better version.
Yes. I listened to both.
Yeah.
This one is a better version.
Yeah, the second version on How to Reassemble is better, all because of you. Yeah. A little bit harder, a little bit more rockin'.
It's got more of an edge to it.
That's funny. And by the way, great that you bring that up, because I think Edge's guitar is the star of all of these 10 songs.
Oh, he shines through on this. He comes through more on these with that heavier guitar than he does in anything else.
Heavier
guitar leads this one.
A little bit more intense than normal.
Yeah.
And you just wonder if he's not told by the record company, by Bono, I would imagine more by the record company. We need the slower songs. We need the ballads. We need the stuff that... Here we get a lot of songs that for the most part, maybe wouldn't be radio friendly, but are still really good.
Some of it should be radio friendly too. I'm sorry.
Well, I think,
but not back in the day.
Of course, the first release, the first song, Picture of You, X plus W, I think the more I listen to it, it just burrows its way into my head. It is a great song. It is one of
those that's phenomenal.
How did this song not make the cut for the album?
I don't know.
But again, this is what I'm saying. No, you got to go for the more
poppy,
softer, the poppy song.
You're poppy. You're U2. You're poppy. You're pop. No. You go back to the early stuff, it had a harder edge to it.
And that's what I think.
That's why I liked earlier U2 with the harder edge versus the later.
And that's what I think makes this work, is that you're listening to songs, 10 songs with no restraints. They can put together a goofy little minute and a half instrumental. They can redo one of the songs with a harder
and make it
flow,
better,
harder edge. And then the rest of them, there's no ballads on here. There's nothing really slow or sappy.
No.
Or,
none of the pretentious crap that political or environmental.
Right. That's what I think makes
into.
This work. And this is why we need to hear these bands and the archival stuff when they're looser. They don't have the weight of the world on their shoulders.
Yeah, they're just playing and having fun and putting out music that they want to put out.
Now, the one song you mentioned that I think this was off mic, but you said something about Treason.
Yes. The intro to Treason, as I'm listening to it, I'm thinking, this has the riff. It felt like the start of Back in the New York Groove.
I don't know if I got that.
Just a hint.
Now, you're not going to like this, but I will say that Treason was my least favorite song on the album.
It was not my favorite, along with I wasn't that wild about Are You Gonna Wait Forever either.
Are You Gonna Wait Forever was not one of my favorites either, but at listening to it, you know what I thought? It sounded like U2 trying to do Bon Jovi.
Oh my God! You know,
you didn't get the strong lyrics.
You're not wrong.
You didn't get the strong lyrics you would normally get from Bono. You know, Bono's one of the better lyricists out there.
Right. This is generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the closest to the record company saying, make a hit. We don't care about your reputation. We don't care about the seriousness of your music. Make a hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the only thing that separated it for me a little bit was, again, Edge's guitar. A really dizzying riff he's got in there.
Yeah.
That he repeats that separates it from what kind of pablum Bon Jovi would put out. But the first three singles are obviously to me, the strongest songs. Picture of You, Country Mile, Happiness, which were the first three singles to me are the three strongest songs.
See, I also liked Luckiest Man in the World. I kind of enjoyed that one.
I liked it. I thought it sounded a little bit like U2 being U2.
Yeah.
You know,
good,
that's where
U2 being good U2 versus some of the...
Yeah. But, Edge's guitar kind of faded back to being that standard sound that he always seems to have. Evidence of Life, very interesting little keyboard hook riff in there.
Yeah, it was decent.
So overall, I thought, if this had been presented to me as, here you go, a new U2 album...
Great.
Yeah. I would never have said, well, this
doesn't work.
Doesn't sound quite right. No, like, okay.
This flowed beautifully. This is a new album. This could have been an album back in the day.
Yep.
It holds up now.
Yeah.
It's a solid
15 years at least after the release of the original album.
Yeah, this is a solid 3.
Yeah, I would go solid 3 as well.
So it's worth listening to, kids.
Yeah. Can I admit something? I felt bad, and I figured you would, since you're more intelligent than any other human being on the world outside of me. I thought they were going to release this separately.
I did too, but
you had
to piece it together.
Yeah, you have to take the old album and then get through that to get to the 10 songs that make up How to Reassemble.
Yeah, there was some piecing together. I pieced it together.
I almost texted you and said, skip the first 12, just pay attention to the last 10.
Yep, I am smarter than the average bear.
I will give them credit, though. Even though they've never released this as a separate album, as part of this huge box set, digitally, I will give them credit. They were very generous in terms of, you got both the old album and the new album for $11.
Oh my God.
22 songs. So
that's unheard of.
So I had to burn my CD, but that's fine.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
Yep. So once again, Dave and I both like How to Reassemble an Atomic Bomb.
Definitely worth a listen to.
Now, ironically, on the seriousness scale, we're doing a complete 180. But whereas you two released these 10 tracks from these long ago sessions, we're going to review 2 songs from Steel Panther that were released
only in Japan.
Right. Am I getting these mixed up? Is Steel Panther's the 15-year anniversary of Feel the Steel?
Yes.
So are we looking at 25 years for How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb?
Oh my God.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, I am aware that I might not be right on the YouTube part of this. It's 15 years definitely for Feel the Steel.
Right.
So it's probably 25
for How to...
Yeah, 1999? So, okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, make us feel really old.
Yeah, no kidding. Good Lord. Have a drink of that.
So anyway, Steel Panther.
Our guilty pleasure.
Yes. 2 songs off of, again, the 15th anniversary edition of Feel the Steel. An unbelievable album. Yes. Crude, rude, beyond belief.
The most politically incorrect stuff you could ever hope to listen to.
And so
the debauchery.
Why not add 2 more songs into the mix?
Right. Why not? You Don't Make Me Feel Dumb. Probably among their milder song titles. But the lyrics do not let you down.
This is the thing, and something else I told Dave off mic. You've got to take Steel Panther for what they are. You cannot take them seriously.
No, they don't take themselves seriously.
You can't sit there and go, they're misogynistic pigs. To hear on YouTube that Motley Crue doesn't like them, Eddie Trunk doesn't like them, boggles my mind.
So what?
You're taking the music too seriously.
Yeah. They are melding hair metal with the type of lyrics you got from 2 Live Crew.
I like that. Yeah.
You're bringing the best of 2 worlds together.
Yes.
And having fun. It's not meant to be serious. Yes, it's jokey. It's
over
all
the top.
about over the top sex. Sex sells. Sex was the 80s hair metal scene. Anybody who tells you different is delusional and in denial.
And that's why, if what I saw was true, you got Motley Crue and Eddie Trunk disliking this, that
My
they're
God,
being
Motley
hypocrites.
Crue?
Then they're being
Really?
hypocrites.
Motley
They're
Crue
being hypocrites.
with Tommy Cam.
Although Eddie Trunk, I love Eddie Trunk beyond belief, don't get me wrong. He will take himself, as any critic will, too seriously.
Yes. But come on. Motley Crue denigrating this when they had Tommy Cam, for crying out loud, makes zero sense. They're just mad because they couldn't take Girls, Girls, Girls to this level.
And I agree with you. The lyrics are absolutely, in a debauched way, some of the most clever lyrics you're ever going to listen to.
Yeah. It's hysterical. It's fun. You have to see them in concert for the full experience. It's a show. It's a show you need to see.
So, as they are kind of like an homage band in a way to the 80s bands that we love, and you mentioned the first song we're going to review is You Don't Make Me Feel Dumb. The riff for this reminded me of, if you remember them, Kingdom Come.
Oh, God.
The guitar riff on this song reminds me of Kingdom Come, who again
There you go.
were an 80s hair metal band. Now they
were fringe.
and they tried to kind of rip off Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Didn't quite make...
No, their first album was a big hit, but they didn't have any longevity.
They had no
after
staying
that.
power.
No. Now, when we get to our next song, I have another band to reference from the 80s. But
yeah, this one...
Both songs I love. Let's put it that way. You Don't Make Me Feel Dumb, like you said.
Very good, but the second song, it's tits. Literally, the second song, I Want Your Tits. And...
Now, I tell you, I swear to you, I came up with this, and then I looked online, because I'd listened to it a couple times on Spotify.
I know this riff. I know this riff.
And then I went on YouTube to listen to it a couple more times, because sometimes it's easier.
Yeah.
And then I happened to look in the comments, and somebody echoed the exact same thing I said. This is an homage to Rat.
Yes.
This song, if you listen to it musically, this is an homage in the structure, in the guitar work, to Rat.
Yes. Yes, it is. That's...
You get a little bit of the dual guitar, the Warren DeMartini, Robin Crosby dual guitar stuff going on. I love this one by far the most.
This is the better of the two.
Yes, I love them both, but I Want Your Tits is classic, bar none, the perfect mix of homage to the 80s, clever lyrics, out-and-out sexual debauchery that we love from Steel Panther.
Yeah, this is Steel Panther at their best.
So I Want Your Tits gets a strong 3. You Don't Make Me Feel Dumb, I will give...
Weak 3, strong 2.5.
Yeah, the 2. We got to make a decision on the 2.5. Finally, we've been doing this for the last month, where we're staying away from 2.5.
We're trying to.
See, I would give it a 2.5.
It's a 2.5. There we go.
I think we should just embrace the 2.5 and be done.
2.5 is the cutoff.
Yes, we're on the fence. 2.5 is we're on the fence.
It's good enough to listen to.
It has positives and negatives, and it's very hard to decide. Just deal with it.
Yeah.
Just deal with it. 2.5 is a nice place to be sometimes.
That's what she said.
But yeah, I Want Your Tits.
It's fan-freaking-tastic. It's tits up.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And again, when you pay homage to Rat, one of my favorite bands of all time, how can you go wrong?
There you go. All right, next time Panther comes through, we've had the little hiatus. It will be time to see them again the next time.
Yep. Yeah, because right now they're in our area, but
we weren't able to.
We're just gonna
make hold it work off
for the future.
Yes, and we're going to corrupt my two boys.
Yes. Yep. Because I think we've brought this up over the last couple weeks. The 2025 concert agenda is not looking good right now.
It's very weak.
We have not heard of any.
Very weak.
When Rod Stewart and Cheap Trick is the biggest tour out there for 2025 right now. And we're still waiting on this.
And our favorite, what was our favorite outdoor music venue,
is fucking us over, yeah.
Starting to charge for parking, money grabbing.
And we still have not got the announcement on supposedly this legendary summer 2025 AC/DC tour.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that.
So,
as we have discussed,
where are the Foo Fighters?
I think we're in agreement that we're not just going to jump to a band, even though we've seen them multiple times. We are going to hold out for the big shows, the ones that we've not seen or have only maybe seen once.
Yes. Yes. Iron Maiden, definitely.
We're going to be going not quite quality, but we're going to go not for quantity, but for
this year we
impact.
Took care of quantity. This year
the last few years have been quantity.
We're seeing Night Ranger again in a week and a half.
We're going to go for impact versus quantity.
Yep.
Even if it costs us more for a show to not go to a few other supplementals.
What we're doing is we're cutting out the middle.
Right.
Smaller venues with cheaper tickets, we'll still do those. Like if we get a Roger Klein or we get Black Moods or something like that.
Yeah, those are still in.
We're not going to see Foreigner again.
No, we're
not seeing Poison. We're not doing Mardi Gras 3.0. We're not none of that shit. We're going to go see Maiden if they come around. Definitely AC/DC.
AC/DC if Springsteen comes through.
The Eagles if they finally get away from the sphere. And go one last time around.
So these are the we're going for the big guns.
Yes, I agree completely. Quality over quantity this year.
Yes.
We've got to see these bands that we've never seen or the ones that we might not get a chance to see again.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, fuck Kevin Cronin. He's already talking about, Oreo's not done yet.
He's an idiot.
Lied to again. Lied to again. We're shutting down Oreo Speedwagon. Yeah, you fucking liar. Thanks a lot.
Oh.
Now, it was still a great show.
When we're done with this, ask me about an Oreo story.
On mic or off mic?
Off mic.
Okay.
This will be an off mic.
Okay. So let's jump into, since we're done with music. By the way, next week, if you haven't figured it out, next week our featured review in our music segment will be Jackal at the 8 Second Saloon in Indianapolis,
annual
Indiana.
Jackal family reunion.
All right. Let me do TV and streaming to lead up into this. All right. Good news on many fronts. Peacemaker Season 2 has wrapped. James Gunn has officially announced filming is done on Season 2.
We have to wait till late 2025 or early 2026.
Oh, come on. How long would it take to edit it, clean it up, and get it out?
Like I said, late 2025, early 2026.
Should be fucking summer at the latest. Summer 2025 at the
I
latest.
would hope, but it's Gunn. It's streaming. they fucking push everything back. We should have had it a year ago, for crying out loud.
Sylvester Stallone inks a deal to keep Tulsa King on for 2 more seasons.
Nice.
So we will at least get seasons 3 and 4 of Tulsa King on Paramount Plus.
Very cool.
If you have Max, Beetlejuice will hit on December the 6th. I agree with you on this. I don't understand. The first one wasn't that good to me.
No, the first one was okay. I don't get why the second one is all that. I don't get the nostalgia for the first one.
No, not at all. Not at all. We reported a while back that DirecTV was going to acquire Dish Network. That fell through.
Dish Network acquired DirecTV?
No, they're still separate. So you're not going to get the biggest pay TV conglomerate of all time, as these two will stay separate for now.
And here's a hint, kids. I've had both of them. Dish Network better than DirecTV.
I had DirecTV, and I can't argue. More streaming news. Speak No Evil will be on Peacock December the 6th. I think that will be a featured review in a couple weeks.
I think it will.
As we always want to review a good horror movie.
We like horror movies. And horror movies.
And even...
What?
You're still in Steel Panther mode. You're still in Steel Panther mode. You're still...
Am I wrong?
You're married.
Am I wrong?
I'm singing.
Am I wrong?
No. Now, you have Peacock, right? So,
yes.
Okay. So sticking with Peacock here. Have you had any interest? We haven't even discussed this. Since I think the news broke that this was going to be a series on Peacock. But usually you and I banter about the shows we're going to watch, kind of plan it out. You and I have not even talked about watching The Day of the Jackal.
Funny you should mention that.
Wow, you got a little excited there.
Nick and I watched the first episode of that one.
Okay.
Now, Day of the Jackal was a book back in the day.
Frederick Forsyth.
Yes. It's been made into a movie in the 70s.
Edward Fox.
Yes. It was redone 90s, early 2000s.
Richard Gere and Bruce Willis.
Yes. And now it's the little mini-series.
Eddie Redmayne.
Yes. We watched the first episode. Definitely based upon the book. The modern update. Very enjoyable for the first one.
Okay. It looks like a checkbox series to me.
It could be.
Based on the
casting.
The officer pursuing the jackal.
Who's working for MI6, who just happened to have been in the last James Bond.
Yes. Yes.
So that part is, but I'm looking at it, the storyline, and from the assassin point of view, the way the first ended sets up the new take on it. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm hooked enough to see where it's going to go.
Okay. Well, yeah, good news.
I like the way Redmond has played.
Yeah.
Is playing the assassin.
No, he looks like he could pull this off very well.
He has the persona and working the situations and the plotting everything out. I'm liking him a lot.
Well, you're not going to be done yet because it has been renewed for season 2.
No, you do not do a fucking season 2.
Well, you're getting a
Day
season
of the
2.
Jackal is a mini-series, 1 season, done.
It's a finite story.
It.
It's a finite story.
It's linear. It's A to B, done. It is not 2 seasons.
Well, you're getting a second season.
Oh my god. Now I question if I even want to bother with this crap.
I thought this would make you more. You said you liked the first episode.
Yes, for a short mini series. It's not season upon season. This does not lend itself to go on and on and on. This is what's wrong with fucking Hollywood. They ruin a good damn thing.
Jesus Christ, I guess I just pissed on your parade. Wow.
There's fucking principalities
I
involved.
thought that would make you happy.
No!
All excited
No!
about you loved the first episode.
It's a limited fucking series.
No.
It
season
starts,
2 coming.
it ends. There's no season 2.
Season 2 coming.
There's no fucking season 2
coming.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. All right, what else do you have for us?
A&E has settled, finally, their lawsuit about Live PD.
Good Lord, man.
But of course, Amazon had to sneak in there. They're somehow involved in this.
What the hell does Amazon have to do with A&E and Live PD and On Patrol Live?
Amazon has got something to do with On Patrol Live, where
So does Amazon own Reels?
they must have equity in it because they had to agree to take on A&E product and programming to show through Prime Video as part of the settlement. But in the end, it all works out. We get On Patrol Live. No hindrances.
You know what?
No disruptions.
Fuck you, A&E. You bailed on Dan Abrams' brainchild.
PC bullshit pressure.
Exactly.
Police brutality. We're gonna cancel the show.
A&E bailed. You cut it off. You lost everything on it. This is Dan Abrams' baby. He's been working to get it back. And you're pissed because it's still fucking successful. More successful than any other bullshit you currently have. So fuck you, A&E.
But at least now this is over. We get On Patrol Live. Keep going. By the way, are they on this weekend?
Yes, they are. Dan's off, and we have
Oh, the goofball?
the goofball. He's
I
back.
love him. Yeah. He's got the really snarky, the eyebrow raised.
Coming back from doing American Ninja.
I can't remember his name, but I love him.
Oh, he
I
is
love him.
awesome. He's better than that chick they have fill in. He is fantastic. You're going to have Curtis back, and you're going to have, what's his name?
Rizzo?
Rizzo's back. Oh, my God. This weekend is going to be off the rails.
See, I didn't even think it'd be on this weekend. That's why I
Yeah,
asked.
they're going to be back. They
I
said
thought they might have Thanksgiving
nope,
weekend
Dan's
off.
going to be off, but when Dan's away, the kids will play. This is going to be freaking off the rails hysterical.
So as you're listening to this, Friday night just passed. You can probably catch it on Peacock on demand.
Get ready Saturday as you hear this. Hit Reels.
Yep.
Oh my God, 3 hours of glory.
Then finally, you might not understand why I'm bringing this one up in TV and streaming, but bear with me. December the 20th will be the final episode ever for The Talk on CBS.
Okay.
There is hope!
That the view will go down in flames?
Yes! The fact that The Talk is going away means there is a glimmer of hope. And not on the plane of doom, but a glimmer of hope
That the bitches will be off TV.
the sanity will prevail, and we will get rid of the view next and retain some level of sanity
And
morality
intelligence.
and intelligence.
Mostly intelligence, I think.
Since we've already got the entire cast and crew of The View,
Past, present, and future.
slated for the Plane of Doom.
I think they have the tail section, don't they?
That's what she said. All right, the other TV shows that we normally talk about. Right now, 3 of them. 2 for both of us and 1 for me exclusively. I did struggle through Yellowstone after the snake incident last week. I had to because there was a death, and I was like, oh God, they're going to spoil it for me. I got to
watch it
before everybody spoils it for me to tell me who died now. So I had to blow through episodes 10 and 11. There was a very significant death at the end of episode 11. I will leave it at that.
There you go.
As far as
was it satisfying?
Yes and no.
There you go.
I will discuss that with you off mic. Why it was not satisfying, yet it was. But they're doing a good job of building up momentum for this epic finale. And if you haven't figured it out by now, Kevin Costner is written out.
Well, duh.
You know, this whole thing is kind of cascading down from the fate of his character, John Dutton.
So it's the fall of the House of Dutton?
Yellowstone is basically Dallas with more nudity, more cursing, and more violence.
There you go.
And we all loved Dallas back in the 80s. So.
Yeah, I didn't. I never watched it.
I thought you watched that.
No! Hell no!
Falcon Crest?
Oh, fuck that. No.
You told me you watched soap operas.
I watched General Hospital.
And somehow that makes you better?
Yes.
No,
because
it does
I had
not.
limited. I did not subject myself to the nighttime soaps.
Oh, Dallas. How could you not watch Dallas?
Never watched it.
Oh.
Could have given a rat's ass who shot JR.
Well, that was stupid. And then, of course, it was all
a dream.
It was all a dream. I did not watch Tracker this week. I saw the beginning. I know it's based on a lost dog. But I only watched like 10 minutes.
We will talk off mic.
Now, is this the last one before, or they got more coming?
I think there's one more before the holiday break.
Okay. I tried my best. And I will explain why I didn't get to watch Tracker.
You don't like dog stories.
No, it's not dog. No, that's not it. When we get to the movie section, I will explain why I didn't get to watch Tracker.
All right.
I did watch the latest episode of What We Do in the Shadows.
Which one?
Episode 8, the one that was on this past Monday.
I did not watch that one yet.
See, there we go. Okay.
The last one I watched was...
You tell me.
With Laszlo's father.
No, this I've watched more than you. All I'm going to say is the latest episode, I'm not trying to be a party pooper, one of the worst ever.
Oh.
One of the worst
ever. It had been one of the best seasons ever.
Yes.
And now we've got a clunker.
Yes, you got a clunker.
We've got a turd.
And I know you're still going to watch it.
Well, yeah.
I will say that the monster, Laszlo's monster, has the best line at the very end.
And
that sums up the entire episode.
Oh, wow. Alrighty then.
But yeah, this new one's a clunker.
Yes, Laszlo's father was the last one we have seen. That was entertaining.
It was fine. Yeah, it was okay.
Poor Colin Robinson. He's a man without anything.
Yeah, wait till this one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we get more Colin Robinson, a lot more in this one.
We see more of him than we ever wanted to see?
No, not like that. But...
Is he kicking Guillermo's ass again?
No, They have two separate storylines in the new one. He and Nadja go off together on one, and then everybody else is on the other one.
Well, there we go.
And the other one is yet another, like our favorite episode this season, tries to be something of a parody of a pop culture type show.
So if
movie.
they would have more focused on that, better.
No, they both storylines suck. Both storylines suck.
Yikes.
So, there you go. Now, you ready for the big news as we head into movies? Transition to movies. This is going to take a few minutes. But you'll love it. You'll love it. Dave and I do have a fondness for horror movies.
Always have, always will.
Good old slasher movies.
We're a sucker for them.
Slasher movies, bloody, sci-fi, whatever it might be. We love them.
We always have. We always will.
99 times out of 100, we'll end up watching. Still haven't watched The Mousetrap yet, but
We're close. That's coming, kids. That is coming.
Are you ready for the news?
Oh, Lord.
And I am not. This is not a joke.
Suck it to me.
I'm prefacing this by saying this is not a joke. This is all of it. Completely and totally serious. So Dave and I recently watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, right?
Yes, we
and
did.
And then we just referenced The Mousetrap. All these characters that have come into the public domain.
Yes,
recently.
they are fodder for whatever.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Hold on to your hats.
Filming in 2025. I have a list of movies.
No.
And I am, again, telling you this is all real.
Oh,
I am not
no.
making this up. The makers of the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movies have been so happy with the response, they are now putting together a movie called Poohniverse. Monsters Assemble. Yes, it's obviously a blatant ripoff of the Avengers.
So is it going to be Winnie the Pooh, Owl?
There are multiple movies involved. Let me list these movies for you.
Oh my God.
They will culminate in Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. All of them are filming in 2025.
Oh, please tell me we've got an Eeyore.
First up, The Neverland Nightmare featuring Peter Pan. Then, Bambi the Reckoning. So this will lead into Poohniverse Monsters Assemble featuring Pooh, Pinocchio,
oh Lord,
Bambi and Peter Pan all coming together with all of the Christopher Robin will be in this. They're bringing all the actors from all these movies in together.
Oh my God.
Now there are two other movies that are supposedly ancillary that will not be included in this Poohniverse. But still very, very fun nonetheless. Depending on your sick definition of fun. There are already still pictures out there for Popeye the Slayer Man. I'm not kidding you. There are already screenshots out there of Popeye the Slayer Man. And then this one actually has something of a serious cast. I had to read the description twice to realize it fits in this. The Three Killer Pigs.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So they're taking these movies and they're running with them, I'm telling you. You're not going to be able to get away from them.
And of course, we're watching every single one of them.
Popeye the Slayer, man. Oh my God. I read the plot synopsis. I think it's a bunch of kids get lost in a old spinach manufacturing or canning plant.
Oh my God. So are we going to have Wimpy asking for his hamburger for he'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today?
Yeah, what's in the hamburger? That's what I want.
There you go.
What's in the hamburger?
Who's the hamburger?
Oh my God. I mean, part of me feels ashamed. Part of me feels a little bad about this. How they're going to town on all of this.
Just a little.
If they put enough thought into it, like they did with
Blood and
Part
Honey
2.
2.
Yes, Blood and Honey 2.
Blood and Honey 2 was very good. I liked it much better than the first one.
Yeah, it had the whole meta thing going.
Yes.
Where, the first one was a movie that...
I think they learned with the second one what they're doing. I kind of have hopes that they can pull this off.
Can I just tell you, they released a movie poster early for Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. You should look at it.
Oh no.
Pooh is riding Bambi. Let's put it that way. This demonic Bambi.
Riding or riding?
Well, no, okay. No, I'm not turning this into a Steel Panther song.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
No, while Dave's doing that, I have got to prepare you guys for my double movie review this week. Okay, so as we move into movies,
Yep,
let me explain why I didn't catch up on Tracker. The reason why I didn't catch up on Tracker, I tried to watch as much as I could, but this was my week where I had to cram in all my Hulu viewing before I canceled it.
Because you canceled your Hulu.
I canceled my Hulu, so I had to watch as many movies as possible on Hulu before I canceled it.
So you're going to tell us about what you watched here on Spotify, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Apple, Overcast, Castbox, Amazon, Audible, and iHeart Sports Frenzy, baby.
Otherwise known as iHeartRadio. Do not forget to check out the Facebook page.
Don't forget the sports edition that drops on Thursday mornings.
So I've officially canceled my Hulu subscription, even though Black Friday will roll around and they'll offer me $3 a month for a year, just like they did last year.
And you're going to say no.
No, I'll say yes. Because I know Daredevil Born Again is coming, and I want to make sure I have it for that. Definitely for that. So, but for now I can't.
So it's the Hulu Disney package.
Yep. $3 a month for a year.
Is that a Black Friday thing?
Mm-hmm.
Let me write that down because the boys have talked about getting Hulu Disney for that.
And we know that Daredevil Born Again is coming in March. That will cover that. Plus they can watch Deadpool and Wolverine is on there now. So they can watch that again to their heart's content.
I just want the frickin' deleted scenes in the outtakes.
So I tried to do my best to rush through everything I wanted to, because of course I procrastinate, and I procrastinate, and I procrastinate. So that meant this weekend all I did was watch movies on Hulu. I'm going to save one for next week. Along with The Mousetrap, which we're finally going to watch and review for you.
We're going to do it next week, kids. We've talked about it and talked about it.
But I finally got to watch Alien Romulus. That was my big thing. Alien Romulus just hit last Thursday. And I was like, gotta watch it before I have to cancel my subscription. Oh my holy fucking God.
Did it hold up for the rest?
Next to Deadpool and Wolverine, by far best movie of the year.
Wow.
It's a 4 frenzy movie. I'll put that out there right now.
Crap.
4. It's 25% homage to the first couple of movies. 50% direct sequel to the first movie. And then 25% altogether
brand new.
Thrilling, brand new, different.
Nice.
It is ridiculously good. A bunch of young, now it's a bunch of young people. Of course, we got to make it a bunch of 20-somethings.
Got a checkbox?
Yeah, we can't have it be anybody older. So it's a bunch of 20-somethings.
All new recruits.
No, they are on a mining colony planet where they're trying to get off. They keep getting, their contract keeps getting renewed.
So how are they 20-somethings getting their contract renewed and renewed and renewed? Or am I finding the flaw in the story?
I don't know if it's a flaw in the story. But they are all younger, in their 20s, and yes, they cannot get, they're in these perpetual contracts with the mining company, of course, Weyland-Yutani, and they can't get out of them, so they decide to
That doesn't work with young 20-somethings.
Just, this is, you're trying to find flaws where there are none.
I'm just, the perpetual, it doesn't work if they're that damn young. Sorry.
There might be a situation where they inherited the contract of their parents.
All right, there we go. I
might not explain all of them. I
needed some context.
It might not explain all of them.
I
but
needed
at least
the context.
That might explain the main character.
All right, I'm good with that then.
And
Indentured servitude.
She has an android. We all know the androids play a very important part in all these movies.
Right.
The synthetic humans.
Oh no, not again.
So they decide, this group of youngsters, to hijack a mining vessel and take it up to an abandoned space station because they know that there are life pods on there that they can take, and then they can go off to this planet that's supposedly a paradise. But they have to go into cryosleep for 9 years to get there. So
I got your life pod for you.
Then, of course, there are complications when they get the life pods. There's not enough fuel in the life pods, so they have to go to a different part of the space station to get more. And they realize that the space station is actually a biological research facility where
the xenomorphs,
the remnants of what happened on the Nostromo are there. And that's why it's kind of a direct sequel to the first movie, in that there's a lot of stuff that ties into that first movie. I won't say any more without spoiling. But there are also some allusions to the second movie as well.
Very cool.
I would say this pairs up very well with the first 3 movies. Ignore Prometheus and Covenant, and just look at this one as the 4th movie in the series. And it's, again, with the other 3, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Nice.
I don't want to spoil things for anybody.
It's been so long, I'm going to have to go back and watch everything.
I don't think you'd have to go back. The references, you will understand the references.
I want to go back and watch because it's been so long.
But this is great. I mean, there's a reason why this was as popular as it was. It made over $100 million at the domestic box office. And I thought that was a shocking result based on what Covenant had done the last time. there's a reason why. People will actually go see a movie when it's good. And this movie is damn good.
All right.
So again,
Yay.
a rare Four Frenzies. I will buy this movie the minute I can get my hands on it on Blu-ray. I will watch it again.
Nice.
There is so much detail, so many things to pay attention to on the outskirts, on the screens behind the characters that matter, that make sense, that, again, reference.
So you have to watch it multiple times to get the full impact.
You have to pay attention to all the little details. All the little details. Things sitting in the corner in vials on shelves.
Oh, wow.
That's why this is such a well-done movie.
Nice.
It's for intelligent people. This is not just a popcorn movie. There is, again, so much detail referencing things from the past in all the Alien movies, especially the first two.
Wow. That's why, as you say that, I need to go back and watch the first two because it's been so long.
But it's intelligent, it's action-packed, it makes sense. Even some of the more crazy stuff they do, you kind of go, okay, I can see why they could pull that off.
I like it. Very cool.
And I went in with fairly high expectations. It exceeded my expectations.
Nice. Nick will be happy to hear that because he was anticipating me letting him know what you thought of it.
Oh, by the way, you can also get Hulu and Disney. Well, I just told you $2 a month, right?
You
$3.
said $3.
$3.
Starting
$2.99.
Black Friday.
$2.99 starting Black Friday.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
I will let them know.
So then, as I was binging on Hulu before I canceled it, and I'll probably sign back up again, but I needed to watch a horror movie. Had to.
Because that's what we do.
And I saw one that I'd kind of been interested in. I was like, well, that could go either way. The movie is Sting. Sting revolves around, now bear with me here, an extraterrestrial spider that crash lands on Earth that a young girl takes as a pet, not realizing
It's an alien.
Yes. Now the alien part is just at the beginning. You see the little meteor shoot down from the galaxy through the atmosphere into New York, shoot through the window in the apartment complex, and then crash lands into the apartment. She finds it and puts it in a jar, thinking, "Oh, what a cute little spider!
Nobody thinks a cute little spider.
I'll make it my own and I'll call it Sting." Mrs. C would love this movie, by the way.
Yeah, she will never, ever, ever watch this.
So that's all you get in terms of the whole extraterrestrial thing. They just show you right away it came from the heavens. It's not a normal spider. Then, of course, this obnoxious little girl finds it, puts it in a jar.
Of course she's obnoxious.
Oh, she's awful. Awful. She's a little bitch. You know, treats her dad like her stepdad like shit. This is another movie where the man is always at blame. He's the one that's at fault for everything. And the women, his wife and this daughter, his stepdaughter, treat him like garbage. And of course, he's got to be the one to save the day at the end.
Oh, the stupid little twit daughter.
And the wife.
Who cause all the problems to begin with?
Yes. Yes, they do. So, of course, the spider grows bigger and bigger and bigger.
And bigger.
And then, of course, there's the creepy neighbor who happens to be an experimental biologist.
Oh, how convenient.
Who at one point wants to borrow the spider and observe it for himself with nefarious purposes.
Let me take its blood and see what I can create.
No, he just decides to feed it rabbits and things like that.
Wow, it's a big damn spider.
Yeah, it keeps making it bigger and bigger.
Idiot.
Leading to the climactic scene where the original family has got to find a way to destroy Sting to save the apartment complex and their own lives. And of course, there's an ending that leaves a lot open.
Of course.
For Sting 2.
Could there be egg sacs left behind?
The funny thing is, drawing a parallel between the two movies I watched for this week. And we all know how the alien eggs open. Might be a very similar thing with Sting's eggs. Very, very similar. But now this movie, while watchable, mildly entertaining, tried to put in some humor in there. Exterminator Frank is very funny. It's okay. It's okay. It's not like a terrible...
It's a week, 2.5.
It's a 2. It's 2.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. I can't recommend it, but
you know I'm going to watch it.
We've seen a lot worse.
If I get Hulu, you know I'm going to watch it.
Special effects aren't bad. Most of it is... it's lower budget, so most of it is you see things in the back corner in the shadows, so they don't have to, until the very end, necessarily show you
the
Sting in its full glory.
That's what she said.
But again, it's an hour and a half. I didn't regret watching it. I thought it was okay.
There we go.
Again, I'm a little bit pickier, so 2 is all I can give it. Can't fully recommend it, but not a complete waste of time.
If you get sucked into it, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Like I said, I've got more next week on my last final week Hulu binge. So now we move on to moments of silence in the world of entertainment.
Always a sad thing.
Yeah, a lot of moments of silence this week. Of course, arguably one of the greatest game show hosts ever, Chuck Woolery.
Chuck Woolery.
Chuck was cool. Chuck
was good.
I heard another show break down after discussing Chuck Woolery passing, breaking down the greatest game show hosts of all time.
You know who our favorite is?
See, they separated Alex Trebek. They said he doesn't really count because that's more intellectual.
That's not game show.
Right. So I understood that. I accepted that. The man with the microphone. Match game. Mr. Gene Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn was the best. Our all-time favorite. Our all-time number 1.
She said, as she bent down, "Could you reach over here and check my blank?" Charles Nelson Riley, Fanny Flack.
Richard Dawson, come on.
Come on.
Oh.
I loved Gene Rayburn so much.
How blank was she?
Oh my God.
Gene Rayburn was the greatest.
But Chuck Woolery was
really good. Bob Eubanks.
Bob Eubanks was great. Newlywed Show. Newlywed Game.
And the butt
and
Bob.
Then most people don't remember that Chuck Woolery was the original Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, he was. We talked about that the other day when he passed. He started Wheel of Fortune.
Yep. Now, of course, you're big into books. I used to be big into books, and I'm talking work.
Work related.
We obviously still read books.
We're literate.
But Dave is currently still in the book business. I used to be in the book business. So I remember this was a big name. Barbara Taylor Bradford passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I did read that the other day in the trades.
You read it? That's ironic.
But,
Dave and I always have a fondness for the old school detective shows, the old school police shows. Earl Holliman passed away. Most well known for Policewoman.
Angie Dickinson.
And then, probably for our purposes, Dave and I being selfish,
No,
the
not
greatest,
us.
I would say arguably the greatest group of producers, directors for a nice little run that gave us the classics such as Airplane and Police Squad and The Naked Gun. It was Zucker, Abrams, Zucker.
Zucker, Abrams, Zucker.
Jim Abrams passed away.
Zucker, Abrams, Zucker, not to be confused with Howard Fine and Howard.
But they gave us...
And if you don't know who they are, shame on you.
But the movies that Zucker, Abrams, Zucker gave us, Airplane again, Naked Gun. What was it? Wasn't Top Secret there?
Top Secret. Oh my God. Val Kilmer at one of his best roles.
Yep. So a lot to
oh man.
to say.
So
passing along
much
our thoughts
of
and
my
prayers.
youth gone.
Thoughts and prayers to
Everyone's family and friends.
Yep.
Fans.
Yep. I feel like I need to watch the 3 Naked Gun movies now.
Airplane, Top Secret.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do a
I speak
Zucker
jive.
Abrams Zucker tribute. Yeah.
For Billingsley.
Do you like gladiator movies?
Do you like it when Scraps rubs up against your leg? Have you ever been to a Turkish bath?
Movies that would never, ever, ever get made now because of the PC idiocy out there.
Yep.
Oh,
Johnny, can you describe the plane?
But believe it or not,
it's big and white, and it's white and red, and looks like a big giant Tylenol.
But you believe they're making a Scary Movie 6?
How is that even going to be anywhere close? I mean, come on, Scary Movie.
Well,
For
then
the
we're supposed to
opening
get...
scene, the first kill, where he stabs the woman and pulls out the knife, and her breast implant is impaled on the knife.
Well, and you know, of course, they're still going ahead, supposedly out in summer of 2025, with the Naked Gun reboot, with Liam Neeson playing Frank Drebin.
Oh, God.
That scares me. That scares me.
Don't.
How are you going to make those movies anywhere
There
as good?
are movies you don't touch. You can't. Things are perfect. Don't fuck them up.
And again, you're not going to make a movie as politically incorrect and as funny as the original Naked Gun.
No. Nice beaver. Thanks, I just had it stuffed.
No, you're never getting away with that now. Never. All right. 3 moment. We've got
Everywhere I looked, I see something that reminded me of her.
3 dumbasses to consider here as we wrap up the weekend edition. Let's start off with the University of Maryland.
The Terps. The Turtles.
The University of Maryland.
Shouldn't this be sports?
No, because it's not a sports-related issue.
All
It's
right.
an education-related issue, which we'll bring up in a second again. The University of Maryland, I didn't realize they had a fat studies area. They will have a course coming up to explore fatness as a social justice issue. How fatness is racist.
No, fatness is not racist.
How society is trying to make black people fat.
What the fuck are you talking about?
They force black people into poverty where all they can eat is stuff like Taco Bell and Popeyes and make them fat.
Have you not
I'm not
seen?
kidding. I'm not
Have
kidding.
you not seen the white trash of America?
Talk to me.
Do you not see who predominantly goes to McDonald's?
I'm just telling you what the University of Maryland's saying.
Oh my
And can you believe
God.
our kids are paying, or the parents are paying their kids to take these courses? Thousands upon thousands of dollars for fat studies.
This is so fucking stupid.
Here's one for Mrs. C. As if my review of Sting wasn't enough, because she hates spiders.
Oh, yeah, that's an understatement.
A man was stopped recently in an airport in Peru. Taped to his body over 400 insects, including 300 tarantulas and 100 centipedes.
Why?
Supposedly big money in trafficking these illegal or protected
Oh my
insects.
God. The dude's lucky he did not get stung by all of them.
Yeah, supposedly they were all in individual
Vials,
bags taped across his body.
Dude should be put away.
And then finally, just because I have to do this. Now, I am instituting a new policy here on the weekend edition. I think you'll like this.
You're instituting a new policy.
Well, you will like it. Because I am trying to have a little bit of integrity. Because week in and week out, I keep yelling at these Hollywood celebrities and saying, what the fuck do they know that we don't know? Why do they think they're more intelligent than we are? So from now on, what I'm going to do is anytime I pick on an individual celebrity,
You're going to look up
their educational background, and I will tell you
high five.
what their educational background is.
General studies, basket weaving.
So this is like a double, 2-in-1. Because, of course, we're still dealing with the fallout of the election. But now we have Alec Baldwin and Sharon Stone.
Shouldn't Alec Baldwin be behind bars for Rust? And why the fuck is that movie even being released?
Oh, yeah, he's talking about how it's an insult that they're trying to reopen the case again.
How about the movie should be shit canned, 86th, never to see the light of day?
Alec Baldwin says Americans are, quote, very uninformed about reality, unquote. And Sharon Stone over in Italy at some kind of a symposium about violent men and how they mistreat women. I'm not kidding on that.
What the fuck is she doing there on that?
Decided to discuss the recent election results, saying, we are naive, ignorant, and arrogant. That being Americans.
Oh, I thought that was them.
Oh no, she loves and admires the Italian people.
That she can fucking stay there and never come back again.
But I did my research. Alec Baldwin, thinking he's the genius, has a failed talk show, right?
Has
Probably
anger
multiple.
management issues?
Alec Baldwin has a Bachelor of Fine Arts from New York University.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with politics or government studies or economics.
Which is why the best thing he ever did was one little skit on SNL called Sweaty Balls. That's his claim to fame.
Sharon Stone
is known for spreading her legs, and that's it.
Her educational background, she dropped out of college to attend modeling school. But then, because she was inspired for some reason by Hillary Clinton, went back to Edinburgh University to complete her bachelor's degree in creative writing. And these are the people that are telling us we're uninformed and ignorant. Oh, but Alec Baldwin was
Sweaty balls and spread legs. There you go.
Alec Baldwin was admitted to the Actors Studio. So once again,
Big BFD.
Will you people never learn that these Hollywood celebrities don't have the background or the intelligence to tell you what to think, how to think, yet they still do.
And you empower these morons.
Like I said, the talk is ending.
God help us, please let the view be right behind.
Because Dave and I really don't want to resort to the plane of doom. Really.
We don't. We want to leave it grounded.
Because if you cancel a view, then we open up some seats for other stupid people.
No, I think they'll still be there.
Yeah, I mean, Joy Behar, yes.
Oh, she's a permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's super glued, duct taped.
Whoopi, the only thing she's done recently is remember when she defended Blazing Saddles?
Yes.
She redeemed herself a little bit with that.
Little bit.
But yeah, Joy Behar, nope, done, gone. Down, you said Marianas Trench, right? That's where we're putting it. We're putting it in the
Splash
trench.
down. There you go.
Okay.
We've got the flight plan locked in.
Yep.
Implosion, no coming back.
Now, are we going to do anything outside of just we have full fuel tanks, or are we going to have extra explosives?
There's no need. Just extra weight in the nose so it goes all the way down. And when it hits that depth, implosion, no need for extra explosives.
See, do we want to implode them? I would rather see them struggle.
Oh, they'll be struggling because they won't be able to release anything. And as they...
But I want them to suffer. I want them to suffer.
They will.
Okay. Because for all the suffering they've inflicted on us.
Because it's going to be airtight. Water will not be able to get in. So they're going to be suffocating right before the...
You know what would really be fun? If somehow we put something
Sodium chloride?
No, we put something on the plane, one of them could survive, like one oxygen suit, and they would have to fight for it.
That's not gonna...
You know what I mean?
A false sense of...
Right. So they think that if one of them can get out.
One can get out, even though there's no hope.
And then they rip each other to shreds.
Devious.
They rip each other to shreds.
That's one step beyond even my maniacal thinking.
I think it's brilliant. I think that would be awesome. Make them
that is a true
rip each other to shreds.
That is a true jigsaw moment.
Yes. Thank you. I will take that as a compliment.
As you should.
Do you want to play a game, Whoopi? Oh, the fun we were going to have.
Oh, Whoopi, you like to be go down upon, but would you go somewhere to survive?
It amazes me that Ted Danson slept with that. I know. That's the thing. It just gives you, it makes you want to take a shower. It makes you want to take a shower, and you're not Ted Danson. And on that cheery note,
what does poor Mary Steenburgen think?
Oh, sloppy seconds. Oh, that is sad. That is sad for
wow.
her. All right, we hope you are safe this weekend. Take it easy. The holiday buzz should be waning by now.
And do be careful throughout the entire holiday season. Be it with Thanksgiving, going through Kwanzaa, going through Christmas, New Year's, through Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate.
And then wherever you celebrate, if you're up in the north, watch out for the ice and the snow all for the next few months. If you're in the south, fuck you. You got nice weather, I hate you.
May you get the ice. Just a taste of what we have to deal with.
But just remember, each and every Saturday morning, whether you're in the cold climes or the relatively warmer areas down south, we will be here.
Or if you're in the frickin' paradise of whatever tropics.
We will be here for you each and every Saturday morning. He's your Uncle Dave.
He's your Uncle Kev. We'll talk to you next week.
Say goodnight to the kids, Dave.
Good night to the kids, Dave.